Hello, and welcome to my WWE Summerslam 2013 10-year anniversary watch-along. As you can see on the screen, SummerSlam 2013. Yeah, it's 10 years old today, so I thought we'd give it a watch-along and see how it's aged. Now, I'm not going to be playing the entire show for you because copyright law is a thing. I hope you understand this. It's very simple. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but what you will need to do is pause my video, go and load up your WWE Network or Peacock or whatever service you use to watch old WWE pay-per-views, and find SummerSlam 2013 and pause it on 0000. And then we're going to synchronize us pressing play on the network. And I'll show the first, 5 seconds or so, just so you can see, that you're synchronized well enough for your satisfaction. But then it'll just fade to, a still screen. And, yeah, we'll see how the show gets along. So, grab yourself a drink and a snack. Get yourself comfy. I have a drink. I have half a drink, but it should last me. It'll be all right. And the next thing I'm going to do is count down 3, 2, 1, and then you should hear a click because I'll do it right next to my microphone. But just in case you don't, there's also going to be the visual cue of the clicks. So it's going to be 3, 2, 1, and then click. So if you're not ready, pause this video, get yourself ready, and then unpause. And you've had more than enough warning now. So without further ado, 3, 2, 1. There, I don't know if you'd have heard that, but you can see right now, we're starting with The Miz, and we fade it out. The host of SummerSlam. He loves doing a hosting duty, doesn't he? He's listening, but I can't hear a crowd reaction of any description. Yeah. Oh, no. No. Are we still not in English? Sorry, guys, I'm having some issues with the language. Are we going to have any commentary? I like how the World Heavyweight Championship isn't a main event. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no, it's not who I thought it was. No, I'm good with Fandango. What? Okay, we've got English commentary. Nice. So sorry about the janky start to this, me not talking much, but the commentary was insisting on being in German. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm digging Summer Rae's outfit. But, yeah, the initial hit of that music, I thought it was Del Rio. That's why I groaned. But it's Fandango, which is fine. Is that it? Fandango doesn't have a match. He's just came out to do a little dance. Do a little dance. Get down tonight. Okay. Video packages. WWA's Real Forte. Interesting to emphasize the negative side of LA/Hollywood. A town that eats the weak. Wow. Yep. Remember that? I remember the Punk Lesnar match being really good, and the Cena Bryan match for that matter. So I'm optimistic for this show. Of course, I don't remember a lot about the undercard. But the main events I remember being really good. Prepare yourself. Like, it's technically a very well made video package, but it's not one of my favorites by a long shot. I'm pretty sure I remember who wins Bryan Cena. I don't remember who wins Punk Lesnar. I'm fairly sure I can make an educated guess, but I don't actually remember that result. So depending on what's on this undershow, I might do predictions for this one because I don't remember one of the main event results. So I've probably not even thought about this show since it happened. I know I watched it. I'm pretty sure of that. But I don't think I've even thought about it since. So yeah, a lot of the results and stuff have fallen out of my head. I'm so glad I've managed to sort out English commentary. It's becoming a real issue on the PS5, and I prefer doing these watch-alongs on the PlayStation to on the PC. Just because I'm usually doing something else on my PC, like rendering a video for the VOD channel or something, which takes ages and just gets slowed down. Oh god. America! Oh, it's JoJo! Mrs. Wyatt. I hate this bit, but fun to see JoJo get in the spot. It's like, it's such a weird thing because they call themselves World Wrestling Entertainment. And they've recently especially started branching out, you know, the big UK shows, the Puerto Rican show, which I know is still technically America, right? I think. Not sure actually how that works. Let me know in the comments. They've got the Saudi shows and stuff. They had the Jinder push to try and spread into India. They have all this, and then they insist on starting shows that are shown around the world with this. They could do this before the broadcast starts for the crowd, which, by the way, because they only really do it at WrestleMania and this SummerSlam, but I don't recall it being a regular thing at SummerSlam, but they're the shows that get the most international visitors, most international, like, fans coming from all over the world, and they're the ones where they play American songs. It makes no sense. Like, do it at Payback. No one's traveling from across the world to see Payback, so you know everyone in that arena is American. So just do it there. It's just don't do it at all. It's just weird. Patriotism in general is weird to me, but it's weird for a company that's so adamant about spreading internationally to still insist on being like, yeah, but America. Just Vince doing Vince things, isn't it? I'm sure that was very good. The bits I heard sounded very strong vocally. But I don't care about it. Why would I? But I wouldn't care about it if it was the UK national anthem either. This isn't an anti-America tirade, it's just pointless patriotism tirade. The biggest party of the summer, so we started with a slow, dreary song. Oh god, don't! I'm gonna get PTSD triggerings from foreign announce teams because of all the issues I've been having. Has anyone else been having issues with PlayStation versions of the network not letting them use English commentary recently? Because I have. I sure have. Oh yeah, it's Bray Wyatt's first match. And it's called a Ring of Fire match, not an Inferno match. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Here comes Kane. Kane, the massive Tory. What? They're not real flames. They're graphics on a screen. What are you on about, Michael Cole? No one thinks they are hot. They are pixels on a screen. I mean, I suppose pixels are technically produced by heat, right? They produce heat. Oh, Fireman Sam at ringside. Good to see. Moments ago. OG Bray Wyatt. Like, I get it's for effect, but it feels very pointless to light a flame just to blow it out immediately. Then again, birthday cakes are a thing. That's pointless as well. We're coming in with our hot takes in this one. National anthems are rubbish. Birthday cake candle lighting is pointless. Singing happy birthday, pointless. No one likes being sang happy birthday to, and no one likes singing happy birthday. Yet someone always insists it happens at every birthday. No one likes it. It is an experience no one enjoys. Rest in peace, Luke Harper, / Brody Lee, / John Huber. Is Harper ducking down, or is Rowan really that much bigger than both of them? Rowan is huge, by the way. I went to WrestleMania 30, and when we went to the airport to fly back, Rowan was in the queue just ahead of us, and he is monstrous. He is huge. Huge. But I thought Luke Harper would be about that size as well, and Bray would be a little bit smaller, but it's looking like Luke Harper was about Bray Wyatt size. Fire is afraid of me. What did WWE not get about Bray Wyatt? Like, do you know what I mean? How did they manage to mess it up time and time again? I don't understand. Pretty much everything until his most recent run has been absolute gold, and they've just always managed to screw it up. Ooh, white pants in your debut match, that's a bold strategy, Cotton. Try not to poo. Hashtag Cena tapped. Did he? Did Daniel Bryan make Cena tap during like a segment or something? I fell into a burning ring of fire. What's wrong with a good old-fashioned cage? So is the match not ended by being set on fire? They're literally just a barrier to entry. So is it just a pinfall or submission match? Is that what's different about an Inferno match to a Ring of Fire match? You don't get to see someone be on fire? They got a pop from the crowd, to be fair. Careful with them beards, boys. So I remember this being massively underwhelming. I guess Bray Wyatt wins. That's going to be my prediction. I don't remember the result, but I don't see any reason why you would have Kane win here. Then again, I don't see any reason why you would mess up Bray Wyatt multiple times, so who knows. But I'm going to say Bray wins here. That's my prediction. But, yeah, I remember this not being a great match. Which isn't really surprising. It's like, it's old man Kane. It's like 10, 12 years past his peak Kane. Bray Wyatt's never been an in-ring guy, has he? He's always been a character and promo guy, really. Like, that's been his main strengths. Like, he's perfectly passable in-ring, but he's more of a storytelling guy than a putting on a 5-star classic kind of guy. And it's a weird gimmick that they're going to spend too much time playing into, I would imagine. So yeah, I'm not expecting this to be amazing, if I'm honest. Even as a big Bray Wyatt fan. I mean, you could have just watched NXT, JBL, then you'd know what to expect out of Bray Wyatt. Fireman Cam. We had Fireman Sam on the other side, but this is Fireman Cam. The camera on the fireman's shoulder. That big boot was miles away from reaching his face, but not just horizontally. It was also vertically miles away from being at face height. Come on, Kane, do your stretches, man. If you're gonna be a wrestler that does a big boot, at least make sure you can kick at head height. At least make sure you can lift your leg that high. My dude. Sidewalk slam indeed. I was about to call that myself. Is it no DQ? Is this match no DQ? Kendo 6 on fire already, Luke. Okay, it was sort of on fire. Really wasn't on fire, mate, but okay. Good thinking. Just took too much time getting in there. So why didn't Kane go for a pin after that chokeslam is my question. Why is he not going for pins? Yeah. Agreed. Three chokeslams. It's not looking good, Bray. Why is he not going for pins? I don't understand. Who's the agent for this match that decided that was a good idea? Probably should have pinned him after one of the multiple chokeslams you've just hit, Kane. And this wouldn't have been an issue. So I'm guessing it's no DQ. What's Eric Rowan doing? Got like the claw applied to Kane's love handle. Got an Undertaker chant going off. Did Undertaker get involved in all this? I don't remember that either. Yeah, I was right when I say this wasn't a very good debut match. Very unimpactful, Sister Abigail. Yep. Bray Wyatt won. Pretty rubbish. Just pretty nonsensical as well, to be fair. Like, why were no pins attempted there? By Kane. The Flames were still keeping Rowan and Harper out, and you'd hit like 3 choke slams. And you just stood around looking awkward. Oh, they're stealing Kane. Bray Wyatt didn't exactly look strong in this one, did he? Didn't exactly make him look amazing, this debut, did it? Yeet. Is it, though? Did that really benefit Bray all that much? I mean, it demonstrated his abilities as a cult leader, I guess. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, they should have made this a regular thing. Should have done this to everyone. Yep, no one in the world believes that came anywhere near hurting Kane. Because of the massive wedge cutout. That was all pretty rubbish. The match was rubbish. Bray wasn't made to look good in victory. That's as weak as I've ever seen anyone look in victory, to be honest. The segment at the end didn't have any impact because a toddler could tell they didn't actually hit Kane with anything. Now they're going to steal Kane. Alright then. No, no, they've left him behind. You're just imagining a massive 7-foot man hanging over their shoulders. This top of the chart for stupid questions I've ever heard asked. Are they taking Kane with them? He asks, as the camera shows them taking Kane with them. Why do we have to do this? And Vicky Guerrero. Much bigger pop. Good. That doesn't make sense. Why would you say excuse me when the attention is being given to you? In a word, it was dull. Ugh. Yeah, a good wrestling match. Good. Good, 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 good. It was only about 6 months long. Rock. Hey, up. Look who it is. Mr. Money in the Bank. This went well, right? It's quite the introduction. So it's Sandow Rhodes. Makes sense. Based on the Money in the Bank ending. Back from whence he came. Love it. I kill you. Wow. Rude. I think Dusty was still alive at this point, at least. With no mustache. What a face turn. Yep. I'm guessing he shaved it. Just my mind-blowing intellect showing through there. So logic dictates that Sandow wins here, but WWE historically terrible at booking their Money in the Bank winners, and knowing how his Money in the Bank cash-in goes anyway, shall I just go with Cody Rhodes here? Let's go with Cody, why not? Let's just do it. And that's stealing. And that's stealing. That's very naughty. He's a very naughty boy. That's stealing. I'm just checking. Yeah, we did upload the full show watch along of Money in the Bank 2013, so the previous show. So we've just watched that together last month. Oh, leg sweep. Oh. Is he? I don't remember that ever being a nickname of his. Really? That wasn't a compliment? Uh-oh. Sandow's fight style was so, like, brutal compared to his sort of intellectual. Like, okay, this is a bit. That is in character. But it's funny, when we first saw Damien Sandow, I remember I went away on a trip with my work at the time, and the guy that I shared a room with the guy that I worked with, and I took my laptop or something. I took some sort of method of watching stuff, and I can't remember if it was this year's Money in the Bank, like as in 2013, or if it was like maybe the one before. I don't know how long Sandow's been around, but Sandow was in the Money in the Bank match on that show. And with the way he was just going around, like, kneeing people and kicking hell out of them and stuff, my colleague, who didn't know anything really about wrestling, nicknamed him Krav Maga, because his fight style was just so brutal and direct and just, like, yeah, just brutal is the word, yeah. And, like, but it's funny how, like, that's his fight style, but then his gimmick is I am very smart and I'll talk down to you and use big words. It's just weird clash of fight styles to gimmick. Nothing to say that someone highly intellectual can't be highly trained in some sort of fighting style that's very brutal, such as Krav Maga. Like, it's just feels a bit incongruous. Or incongruent. I can't remember what the word is. Sorry, Damien. He'd be ashamed. I like that his undershorts are the same colour as his knee pads. And I like that both those colours are purple. By the way, was that a muscle buster by Cody? Well, 10 years on, he's still not quite been there. Sandown nearly went a bit early then. Oh, elbow. Oh, he's going to springboard? Okay. Not bad. Toe poke. This has been alright so far. It's been building. I've not been bored throughout, though. Still think it looks like a chocolate bar. Oh, God. What a statement. You're welcome. Madness that this feud didn't lead to either of these becoming world champion. Based on everything. Positioning on the card, like stakes. Yep, there you go. Cody won it. As in the fact that the Money in the Bank briefcase is involved in this, even though it wasn't on the line as such. Talent, popularity, like everything about that match screamed at least one of these should be future world champion. And yet, so far, still no. Two from two. Cody Rhodes has developed so much in the last 10 years. Like, such a difference watching him try and be a babyface here against watching him be a very effective babyface in 2023. Like, he's just a much more complete star now, isn't he? I thought with the positioning, it felt like it was a bit deliberate and we were going to get a rope break, but no, then he hooked the far leg and it was like, oh, it's actually the finish. Yep. The WWE tradition of booking their Money in the Bank winners terribly continues. Unless they cash in, like, immediately, they tend to get booked awfully for a bit. Macklemore? Isn't it Macklemore? So, what's next, apart from looking at the fact that we're in Los Angeles again, for some reason? I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun. That's not a main event, by the way. Oh, good, it's Del Rio, so yeah, it's not a main event. But poor Christian. Why have we got subtitles? He's only Canadian. It's not that hard to understand. Has anyone ever benefited more from a haircut than Christian? He looks so much better with short hair. Does not suit the long hair at all. In my opinion. I can't remember who wins this. And you know what? I'm gonna go with my heart and say Christian wins. I have a feeling Del Rio wins this, but I'm just gonna go with Christian because I don't want to predict Del Rio ever. But I have a feeling it's gonna be Del Rio. Although what I could do is I could predict Del Rio because I think that's more likely, and then if Christian wins, I'm happy because Del Rio lost, and if Del Rio wins, I'm sort of happy because my prediction was right. Yeah, I'm going to predict Del Rio because I actually do think it's more likely Del Rio wins this. I don't remember Christian having a world title reign in 2013. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't recall that. Well, it's not a main event. That's been made perfectly clear. Yeah, I'm going Del Rio to win. Official prediction. Unfortunately. God, I hate Alberto Del Rio. I don't even think that's a particularly hot take, but God, I hate him. Can't wait for this not to be a thing again when I'm doing these watch-alongs. Just this thing that's on my screen right now. None of it. Except the belt. The belt's awesome. Just doesn't belong around his waist. Good. Give him another one, Christian. Sort him right out. Great. So thrilled. It's not even like, yeah, he's a terrible person, and we all know that now. But he was just this amazing wrestler. So you can, like, put that to one side and just at least enjoy them. I think he's really dull. I find Del Rio really boring. Brock fears Kane. That came to fruition eventually. He's going to make her do it in Spanish. Oh, what a heel. They, whatever the word is for word completo. They have to include the word complete in the title in Spanish. That's weird. Such heat in a town where there's a large Hispanic population. I'm sure they really hate him for that. And now he's gone, and I'm glad about it, and I hope he never comes back. It's just got that effect on me. It's not legit heat. It's what used to be known as X-Pac heat, but I think that's unfair. It's go away heat though. I'm already waiting for the end of this match. I don't I don't want to watch Christian beat him up. I just want this match to be over. And I like Christian a lot. And I just want this match to be over so I don't have to deal with Alberto Del Rio. It's not good heel heat when someone just doesn't want to watch you. Like, they're supposed to want to watch you lose. Hopefully Christian can get a half-decent match out of him. Because Christian is really good. Del Rio's really mediocre. So they should average out a good match, right? Slap him again. And again and again and again. Hey, up, we're going Hurricane Runner. What do you mean charge the battery? It's currently charged. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, I just got a notification that my battery on my controller needs charging. I didn't realise I'd never plugged it back in after I used the USB slot to... Well, I'm glad it's not on because I just dropped it. Yeah, I used the USB slot to transfer a file. Anyway, you can't see any of this, so never mind. When he turned heel. That's the answer. Rules are like pinatas made to be broken. My goodness, King. Is that racist? That feels racist. Would he have made that comment about a non-Mexican wrestler? Feels racist. Do you reckon the Spanish announce team, like, support Del Rio when they're commentating? Or because he's a heel, do they just hate him and call him, like, a bad representative of Mexico or something? But his gimmick is that he's got absolutely loads of money. Like, an inordinate amount of money. He used to come to the ring with, like, all different luxury cars and sports cars and stuff. He has his own hired ring announcer that he presumably pays for, until he fired him. But then Mexico couldn't afford to go to Australia. Surely he could have afforded some flights to Australia to be in the Olympics. Like, pay for your team to go so you can be in the Olympics if you're going to win a gold. See, no continuity at all. Christian's face. Oh, yeah, your prediction is not going to be right, is it? Oh, bar Felicia! Hope that hurt. I really do. Screw that guy. Didn't look graceful, did it? His face. Great facial expressions from Christian so far in this match. Christian is definitely one of those who's really in his element playing a heel, but is perfectly passable and acceptable as a face, in my opinion. Like, he gets the crowd behind him. He's just so much better at getting hated. Oh no, you got a boo-boo? King sounds like he's enjoying that as much as I do. Yeet! Go on, Christian, prove me and my prediction wrong. You got this. I don't think Christian got this, but you got this, dude. That was a good little spot. Christian showing how smart he is. Yeah, Christian shouldn't really be falling for tricks like that. Way too experienced. Uh-oh. Not only was I hoping for the kill switch so that Christian would win, but also, then that match would be over. It's barely a backstabber, but you know, it's a tricky spot. I'll let him off. But I will still point it out because screw Alberto Del Rio. Del Rio stopped flailing for the 2 count. He flailed for the 1, then didn't flail for the 2, then kicked out. Oh, a little spin. That looked good, to be fair. Credit where it's due. What's he doing? Oh, choking him. Greco-Roman throat hold. Swing and a miss. Yeah, there's a reason you don't do that move a lot, isn't there, Christian? That didn't look great. Can we just get to the finish? I'd love for this to be over and me to be watching something I'm interested in. Sunset flip powerbomb. Nope. What is Del Rio supposed to be doing? Like a gnat. What a compliment. Yeah, unfortunately, no, I never believed that near fall. Oh, that's a pretty face, Christian. It's a nice Hurricane Runner, to be fair. Frankensteiner, whatever. Is it only a Frankensteiner when it's from the top, or is it only a Frankensteiner when Scott Steiner does it? He lifted his shoulder. How did he kick out? He lifted his shoulder. My dude. I hate that Del Rio got a slice of the yes chant pie. Got the C chance. He didn't deserve that. He didn't deserve anything from Daniel Bryan. Still hasn't. Expose the knee for a super kick. That makes sense, doesn't it, Del Rio? You garp. Because I've basically accepted, I've resigned myself to the fact that Del Rio's going to win. Can this be the finish? Del Rio's shoulders are down, ref. Both shoulders are down. Very down. Just tap Christian so we can move on to the next match. Unless you're going to win it, just tap. There we go. Thank you. 3 from 3. And I'm glad this one's over. Get out of here, Del Rio. Get off my screen. Stop tapping your tattoo that no one can read. I just hate him so much. I don't know if I communicated that very well. But Christian did manage to get a good match out of him, so that's something. Well, sucks that Christian lost. Oh god, we have to hear from him now. Why? Yeah, great. Everyone's so happy about that. God, I wouldn't cheer that, Latinos. I wouldn't want him representing me, personally. No, he shouldn't. Well, let them import him and keep him. For the WWE 2K14. Who's that? Oh, is it? That's a main event anywhere in the world, that, isn't it? I bet that was an astounding match. Yup. There he is. Absolutely zero reaction. Zero. Hey up, there you have again. Look at Maria, she's perving on Summer Rae. Oh god. Why is this happening? That was... He looked so smug for that being so mediocre. Like, that was just... rubbish. Is that the next big feud, is it? Miz and Maria Menounos versus Fandango and Summer Rae. Is that the next big thing? Probably not, they probably just dropped it. Why is she being accompanied by the Funkadactyls? What do these three have to do with each other? Oh, it's just a Total Divas thing, innit? They were all on Total Divas, so they're on one side, and it's gonna be like... Brie Bella, oh god, no. Brie Bella's dreadful. Why is she wrestling? Why can't she be at ringside for someone else? Natalia is a good choice here, because I think both Funkadactyls were still fairly green at this point, so Natalia being the active wrestler on her side, good choice. Brie Bella, not so much. Nikki was an option. At least they didn't choose Eva Marie. But, like, Nikki Bella actually got... I don't know where she was at this stage in 2013, but she actually got all right at wrestling. She actually was pretty decent by the end. Brie Bella never really improved. So why have we got Brie in there when Nikki was an option? I almost guarantee by this stage Nikki was a better wrestler than Brie. Natalia versus Nikki Bella could have been an alright match, you know. Brie Bella to win. Because, I don't know, why not? They are kind of the stars of that show, aren't they? So, yeah. Of the Total Divas. They ended up getting Total Bellas. They ended up getting their own spin-off. Natalia didn't. What an amazing feud. Who's the star of a different show that I guarantee most of your audience isn't watching? To me, to you, this is wrestling. That is not a sharpshooter, Michael Cole. If she turns her onto her belly, that is not a sharpshooter. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, that went messy. Dear. I hope Natalia's actually alright there. That didn't look good. Well, the match is continuing, so I guess she's alright. We've got a JBL chant. The fans are now chanting for commentators because who the hell cares about this match? And it's not Natalia's fault. It's not even Brie Bella's fault as much as, like I say, she was rubbish. It's just, why would they care that it's a Michael Cole chant? And then a Jerry chant. Getting the whole shebang, the whole commentary desk in. What now? She's literally asking, what now? She's just not very good at whispering to her opponent. What now, Natalya? What's the next spot? It's just starting a "We Want Tables" chant. My goodness. Like, I feel bad for Natalya especially, because Natalya is a good wrestler and deserves better than this booking that leads the crowd to care so little that they just chant any old nonsense at your match. They'd have had a better chance with Natty versus Nikki, but I think, to be honest, this was going to be disrespected no matter what. Because it's just a storyline no one cares about. In a women's division that at the time they weren't giving anyone any reason to care about. So glad we're in a better position 10 years on. Like, think about it, and I think people were justified in complaining about this, but we were complaining about not having Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus on the SummerSlam show this year. But, like, the triple threat that was on the show and then the Money in the Bank cash-in, which, by the way, they have Money in the Bank now and Royal Rumbles in the women's division. Like, do you know what I mean? The 10-year difference, even if this year was a slight step back from, like, previous years, it's over 10 years, it's a big step forward, isn't it, from this? You know, I think that's important to keep track of sometimes. What the hell is that noise? Something going on outside my house. It sounds like someone's set the world's biggest washing machine going. Like, the floor was shaking and everything. Did I predict this? Yeah, I did. I predicted Brie, didn't I? Maybe I should predict Natalya because she has the most wins in WWE history, right? Or is that just women's wins? But still, this is a women's match, so the logic applies. Maybe Natty is about to win. Yeah, please tap Brie. I'm okay with my prediction being wrong. There we go. Okay. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. And honestly, this one's the hardest to predict because you're trying to predict where they're going to go next, and they have not thought about it one iota. I guarantee you that at this point. Not even a passing thought given to it. Like a brief conversation. Hey, should we think about that? Nah, let's wait. They've not even done that. Nikki would have won. Just saying. Yoshitatsu, literally in catering. Who's that? And who's that? Oh. Okay. Talking of idiots. Is this the Is this the IC champion bully Ryback? Option D, retire. I hope they paid that guy well. Someone gonna get involved? Yoshitatsu? Anyone? No? Cool. Cool. Be a star. Yeah, there it is. Be a star. Oh, it's time for that, is it? Okay, awesome. I'm down for that. I'm absolutely down for this being next. Hell yeah. There's still quite a bit of the show left, though, so I don't think we're going back-to-back main events. I think there's going to be some more chuff to get through, some more chaff. Why is it not charging? Yeah, we've still got like an hour and a half of the show left. Oh, isn't that nice? Yep. There's a Paul Heyman right there. Bosh! He caught him clean with that as well, if you remember. He busted him open. Remember from the watch along. Yeah, look at the blood on the side of his head. It was like immediate as well. I want a blade. That was hard way. Wolverine. Love the sideys punk era. Oofed. Oh, that was a rough F5. What the hell was Punk doing? Flipping out onto his neck? It's a silly goose. So I feel like Brock wins this. For a couple of reasons. One is just Punk was never WWE's guy. So I feel like Brock wins this. But two, I feel like the story's there for Punk to get distracted by wanting to beat up Heyman. What, to be like really drunk? Oh, do you mean? Oh, okay. I'm gonna predict Lesnar here. I really don't remember. Like, genuinely do not remember the result of this. But I just can't see them going with Punk. I remember it being a good match, though. I don't remember anything about the match, but I remember it being really good. And it's spoken of highly when I hear people talk about it. Oh, he's got a hat! Look at him with his little hat! He looks so stupid with the hat on. Is that all at this point? Is that all at this point? My god. Yeah, the Universal title hadn't even been introduced, and a lot of his reigns have been Universal title. He's like 10 times now. So he's gained like 7 title reigns in the last 10 years. Yeah, that probably seems about right, to be fair. That's business. How's the pop for Punk in this year? I'm gonna guess not as high as 2011, and not as high as when he came back, but it's still a pretty good pop. Fair play. Of course, both those pops that I'm referring to were in Chicago, so probably an unfair advantage. I have that hoodie. Although Punk's doesn't seem to have the holes for the thumbs. Mine's a, like, overhand one, where you have a little hole to stick your thumb through. Remember when that was, like, a big deal? Now Roman Reigns has been champion for, like, 1,000 and whatever. Just seems like nothing, doesn't it, 434? But at the time, it was such a big deal because WWE was so non-committal to just everything that the fact that they went with the same guy for over a year, admittedly not as the top guy, even though he's WWE champion, Cena was still the top guy, but, like, it was just unheard of, wasn't it? Is that all? Feels like there's more difference between Punk and Lesnar. Okay, let's go then. Nope, not for you, punk. The hell of a CM Punk chant going. Over like Rover, I believe is the expression. For what Punk is in this era. The Walrus. He's just, whoa, just lobbing him around like he weighs nothing. All right, Paige. Calm down. Oh, I does it now, big Brock boy? Big Brocky boy? I'll tell you what, people get on Lesnar's case. Lesnar is so damn giving when he wants to be involved in the thing he's involved in. Like with smaller guys, he sells so well. He makes it look real and believable and convincing, but he gives. This match, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, like, you know, you don't have to be Brock Lesnar size for Brock Lesnar to give. Like, he just has to want to be involved in the situation. He just has to be motivated. I'll tell you what, he landed. That's like nearly 300 pounds of man and fell like a good few feet. And he landed so smoothly and just rolled through it. The freak, in the best possible way, Brock Lesnar is an absolute freak. Lesnar busted? Was that blood or sweat on the ground? It looks red, but maybe that's just like lighting and camera angle. I think it was just sweat. I don't think it's blood. I think the blood would be obvious on Brock if it were blood. Yeah, I don't know why you would even think turning your back on Brock Lesnar's a good idea. Like, come on, you're supposed to be smarter than that, punk. Yep, yep, true that. Can't argue with that. That is the truth. Oh, hello. Did he get JBL? Oh no, I think he got one of the Spanish announcers. He got someone though. Oh, that face. Yeah. The corner of Punk's back. Do you mean Punk's back caught the corner of the monitor? I don't think Punk's back has a corner. Oh. I love how fluorescent and sweaty Brock Lesnar gets. Like, he turns like the greatest shade of fuchsia ever and just drenched. But he's not tired. It's just how his body reacts to exercise, but he's insanely fit. Like, but it's only his top half as well. Notice that his legs are still white as milk bottles. But his top half looks like he's been in the sun for like 3 days. And also the torrential rain at the same time. Brock Lesnar's face, my god. Up there with some of the best facial expressions on the entire like history of wrestling. In the entire history of wrestling. Go for the eyes, my dude. Go for the eyes. It's no DQ. Yeah, go. No, he didn't. He almost did. Yeah. This is living up to the hype so far. It's been very good, and it feels like it's building, like, very well. I'm not sure why you go back to the bear hug once you know the guy has a way out, which is to elbow you in the nose. I'm like, maybe I'll try a different hold. Yeah, that seems like a real thing, King. Oh my god. Bye, Felicia. Just saying, a fallaway slam should be considered a suplex, right? Should be a fallaway suplex. Because they go over your head and land on the other side of you, which basically makes it a suplex. It's a fairly big grown man as well. Like, CM Punk's about my height and probably weighs about 50% more than me at this point in his career. That to me is quite a large man. Pretty big chance for him again. Look at the size of Lesnar's glove. Compared with Punk's head. Bites him. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Like I say, he's got his own style of selling that really suits him, but so giving. Like, that made Punk seem like such a big deal, the way Lesnar was selling that. Like, made him seem so dangerous, because it's Lesnar selling like that. Yeah, that was nice. That's what it's going to take to get him down. So, I love CM Punk, but his elbow drop off the top has always seemed really rubbish to me. Never been a fan of Punk's elbow. And do you know what I mean? Just doesn't look good to me. Uh-oh. This is a really good match. I do remember it being good, and it is. It's telling the story well, isn't it? The David versus Goliath story. With a very credible David. That was a callback to like an actual MMA fight, wasn't it? Where someone got out of a Kimura into an armbar. I think they did that as like a callback. I remember something about that back from then. That's rang a bell with me. I forgot that spot existed, but as soon as it happened, it it triggered something in my mind or like a memory. No, Lesnar's not gonna tap out. Is the answer. I can tell you that one for free. The strength is obscene, isn't it? Lesnar's strength is just literally obscene. It's just literally not even fair. Yeah, it looks easy as well. Oof. It's a really good match. Yeah, I stand by what I said about remembering it being good. I was right. These are probably two of my all-time favorites. I'm a big Lesnar fan. I think I think the period of time where he was the champion and just was never on the show, I understood everyone's frustrations and I shared them. It wasn't with Lesnar though. It was with him. It was with Lesnar being champion and not being on the show, and therefore we don't have a champion. Like, that's just frustrating. But Lesnar was never not good because people started like being on Lesnar's case about it and on his matches and stuff. When Lesnar's invested, he's probably one of the best ever. Like ever. Unbelievable talent. That's a like. Don't get me wrong. People do suplexes and snap suplexes all the time, but Lesnar isn't doing a suplex in the traditional sense there, where you stamp your feet, your opponent jumps, and you pop the hips to flip him over you. He's just literally brute forcing CM Punk, again a very large man, just over his shoulders. Punk has nothing to do with that. And it's not even like it's good technique. It's just, oh yeah, I'm just strong enough to do this. I don't need to worry about the technique. Lesnar's just, like I say, a freak in the best possible way. In the most complimentary way possible, Brock Lesnar is an absolute freak. After all that, now Brock's decided he wants a chair. I was going to say the chair hit Lesnar as well, right? Is that how you get around the no chair shots to the head rule, Lesnar? By hitting yourself in the head with it. Oh, those two women in the front row are into it. They were well pleased with that. Can hear them. Bet the commentators love having them behind them. But that's not distracting at all. Kind of. Yeah, why not? If I was in a no DQ match against Brock Lesnar, I would have began by kicking him in the balls and kicked him in the balls repeatedly until he submitted. Because you are not wise if you fight Brock Lesnar properly. I want him on the floor, both hands firmly on his own testicles for the entire match. I don't want anything to do with actually fighting that man. Like, no, thank you. Heyman's always sweating. Another CM Punk chant starting. Why do I have a recollection this was a really, like, bad even by Punk standards for an elbow drop? Because he was trying to use the chair. Oh no, that was actually pretty good. I had a recollection in my head that this was spectacularly bad. But no, that looked alright, to be fair. This match has been really good fun. Yeah. This is what it was. Oof. You know Lesnar was like, yeah, those chair shots, lay them in. I won't actually feel it because my back has more muscle in it than your average killer whale. Like, is this the only time Heyman really got involved with a Lesnar match? Oh! He kicked out, but Heyman making the save as well. How many times does Heyman have to attack Punk? And then Punk turns around and looks at him and he goes, oh, I made a mistake. I listened 3 times in this match now. Here comes Lesnar. Yep. Good camera work. From the bottom, off the bottom of the camera. By the way, Michael Cole playing an absolute blinder on commentary. Like, the other two are doing fine, I guess. But Michael Cole, when he's allowed to just commentate wrestling instead of doing all the other bump that he used to get demanded to do, Michael Cole's really good. Like, really good. He's been proving it the last couple of years as well, like, to people a lot more. A lot more people are getting on that bandwagon, but Michael Cole's always been good when he's just been allowed to be good. But Vince in his ear just makes him insufferable. Four times Heyman's made the same mistake. I'm sure a single punch makes up for all of it. Here we go. Yeah, probably not a good move, though. You get your back to Lesnar as well. Oh, on the hip. I bet that legit hurt. Oh, you don't need to sell that. I bet that just hurt like hell. Swung by Lesnar as well. I'm not being funny, like, just to add to that. But this is making Punk look $1,000,000. I'm sure he loses. Like, I'm getting more and more certain as the match goes on that he's going to lose this. But Lesnar's had 4 lots of interference from Heyman. Name me another Lesnar match that Heyman interfered in. Like, he usually just stood and watched and Lesnar just destroyed someone, right? He just drags Punk like he weighs nothing. Yeah, there we go. 4 out of 5 on predictions. What a match. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Like, yeah, I remembered correctly. That match was really good. Fair play. Fair play to all 3 involved. Sure, 4. Referee as well. You did great, Mike Chioda. Is that Mike Chioda? I think that's Mike Chioda. Did you say awful? That match was rubbish, says JBL. I've had better, says JBL. I know what he's getting at, but not the right way to express that at all. Lesnar kicked out anyway. Right between the eyes of the walrus. Brock Lesnar can just, like he showed with Cody this year, he can just F5 you and just place exactly where you should land. You don't have any say in the matter where you land. Brock Lesnar decides where you land and he gets it right. Pretty pleased with my predictions. 4 out of 5 so far. Obviously, it's easier to do predictions with hindsight than for actual upcoming shows. But I don't think I've remembered any of these results so far. So the fact that I'm 4 out of 5 is pretty good. I was pretty confident Lesnar beat Punk, but I don't remember. Obviously, I do now. Because I've just watched it. What was the opener? I know Sando and Rhodes went the second, right? Then it was Del Rio Christian. Then it was the Divas match. What was first? What have I already forgotten happened? My god, genuinely, what have I forgotten happened? Oh, Kane and Wyatt. Yeah, I was fairly confident that that was a Wyatt win. That's how memorable that debut match is. I've already forgotten it. It is 1 hour and 49 minutes since the start of the show. So it's probably about an hour and 20 minutes since that match ended. And I've forgotten it already. Rock Smash. Does that sound like Marry Me Bellas? Like, just both of them? I'm sure only one fan answered the call. Really? Okay. That's pretty cool, to be fair. I'd take that immediately. I'd be like, yeah, hell yeah, sign me up. Wow, the rhythm. Hmm. I bet he gave him a little bit more than he'd give to an actual opponent, just so the guy's not like, yeah, wrestling doesn't even hurt him, my friends. I bet he gave him a little bit of stank on it, you know, so he felt it. Because I bet Mark Henry can hit that splash light as a feather. Wow, they really are VIP tickets. I never even noticed them there during the Lesnar Punk match. Never even noticed them there. Wild. I was going to say, I bet the next match is super important, isn't it? Ziggler, very recent world champion. Oh, he's with Caitlyn now. Okay. I'm sure at Money in the Bank he was still with AJ and Big E, right? Caitlyn, my favorite of the era. Of the Divas. Oh, so it's against these two. Okay. So Ziggler's face turn is complete because he no longer associates with the naughty people that were his friends. There's Brock Lesnar guy. Remember when they got a hold of Big E and they had this amazingly charismatic man in the locker room and they're like, you know what we want you to do? Frown and scowl and clap some chalk on your hands. That's your personality. I'm so glad they eventually allowed Big E to like shine as part of the New Day. Imagine if we'd never got to see that side of Big E. Like, it'd be such a shame. He's so damn charismatic and fun and just full of personality. Oh, I have to predict this, don't I? Right, hang on. We've had. Let's do some maths. What was the opening match? Oh yeah, Bray Wyatt came. We had a heel win. Then we had a face win. Cody beat Sandow. Then we had. Oh my god. Then we had a heel win. And then we had a face win. And then we've just had a heel win. Okay, Ziggler and Caitlyn are winning. I see the pattern, guys. See the pattern. Ziggler and Caitlyn to win. Let's go. My official prediction. You think? JBL trained? Here we go. Let's go. Go on, Caitlyn. Oh, Layla's turned against Caitlyn, as you know. I'm sure they were together at Money in the Bank, because I was like, when the hell were Caitlyn and and Layla a partnership? Fascinating stuff. Caitlyn is just having a sit down at the moment whilst AJ hugs her neck. Like, at least have your head at a slight angle or something, you know? So it looks slightly uncomfortable. There you go, that looks slightly uncomfortable. That's much better. Oh. Okay. Sequential neck breakers. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I think she's just doing. Isn't the point she's just doing all this for her own amusement? Isn't that the whole point of like this AJ Lee, this character? God. Shut up, King. I don't even get the joke, but I imagine it's not not a very female positive joke somehow. Is it enough? She didn't go for a pin, Cole. You're supposed to say that when she goes for a pin. He just got his catchphrase ready, didn't he? Is it enough? Here come the men. Big meaty men slapping meat. Not sure if Ziggler counts for Big E's definition, but oh well. Oh, here we go. Is he going to do 10? Did they just make a joke about King's heart attack? Okay. That wasn't very female positive of you, Dolph. Strong. Strong boy. Strunk. Big strunk boy. Caitlyn! Go on then, Caitlyn. I weren't. I seem to remember, aren't Biggie and Caitlyn like legit, like really good friends behind the scenes? I feel like they were, right? I feel like I heard that somewhere. So this must have been fun for them for Caitlyn to get to kick her mate in the back of the head. Because being different genders in WWE, you don't get a lot of chance to get physical with your mate if they're the opposite sex. That was probably fun when they discussed it. Like, yeah, we're gonna kick him in the back of the head, man. Were they officially boyfriend girlfriend? That was a pretty decent spear, to be fair. Oh my god! Sit down, Dolph. That's a pretty decent spear, that on the outside by Caitlyn. Fair play. Get your boobies out, Biggie. Is that it? Yep, there we go. 5 out of 6. I'm so good at this. And no, I do not remember the result of that match. Of all the matches. Don't remember any of them, but certainly don't remember the result of that one. That's very trivial in the grand scheme of things, isn't it? Okay, it didn't look that great from that angle. It looked good from the original angle, though, to be fair. Looked a bit low from that angle. Looked like she took her legs. Yeah, Biggie was like, I'm waiting. He's like, I'm waiting. I'm gonna fall, whether you do a zigzag or not. Oh, okay then. You again. God, this spot was so funny, they've decided to do it 3 times. Okay, that was actually worth it as a payoff. It was a rubbish punch, but it was worth it. Oh, God. So it's time for the second main event, is what Miz was about to say, right? So this is it. Final match. From what I recall, a very good match. And I know the result of this one, if this is the main event coming up. Who are they? Put names on screen so I can say I still don't know who that is. Because I don't know what either of those faces mean. I'm sure they're a big deal in 2013 in America. Oh god, yeah, we've got to do some chin wagging before we get to it. Why would we just have a good flowing match for the live audience? Hell yeah. Go on, Sean. Yeah, let's forget all about Alberto Del Rio. Thank you very much, Booker. Don't remind me that man exists. I don't need to think about him until the next watch along now. Well, the next watch along from this era. So, I'm not going to predict this one. Because if you haven't seen this before, I'm literally just telling you the result. I know who wins. Like, factually know. So, I'm not going to predict this one. I'm just going to stay at 6 out of 7. I would get 7 out of 8, but I'm just going to stay at 6 out of 7 to not spoil it if you haven't seen it. Some people that are doing the watch along might be watching this for the first ever time. If that's you, let me know in the comments. I'm curious. Yeah, because you're such a looker, eh, Brad Maddox? And you reanimated pigeon corpse. Shut up. Go on, Triple H. That aged well. Wade Barrett being the fall guy for it. Oh, he got that snug, didn't he? And I don't think I'm spoiling anything by saying that didn't age well, because we all know Daniel Bryan ends up going up against Triple H. I'm just not going to spoil how we get there and when. It's a nice shirt and purple bias though. Oh my god, he kicks him like completely to the ground. Oof. Wow. Spicy. Gotta have a referee entrance. Triple H couldn't just simply walk to the ring quietly during the video package. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. He's walking down quick like he's not doing his full entrance. But he's got a bottle of water. He's clearly still going to do his entrance. Why hasn't he even got like an official WWE branded referee shirt? Like, they all have the WWE logo on their chest, right? On the left, like where your breast pocket would be. And they've just given him a plain one. Oh, he's not doing it. He's literally drank his water and chucked it to the crowd. Why even have a water bottle then? Look at him in his combats with his earpiece on. Bet he thinks he's like, I look like a Marine. Very excited to rewatch this match because I haven't watched it or even like really thought about it since it happened, and I remember it being good. Yes, and then their Twitter handles. Get in the bin. I'm not following you. Pretty over, isn't he? And it gets better. Like, he gets way more over than this. It could. It could also not be. What a silly question. Could it be tonight? Could it be Daniel Bryan's night? Yeah. I imagine that's the whole appeal, is there's sort of a 50-50 chance it could be, 50-50 chance it couldn't be, you know? Don't want to get all Steiner math on you, JBL, but the whole point, isn't it? It could be his night. Hey, is it SummerSlam, John? Virginia's finally hit. It's been on for the last couple of hours, mate. That's so arrogant. Hey, SummerSlam's finally started because I'm here. Oh, that was the pre-show. Lesnar Punk pre-show. So, Daniel Bryan's shirt is actually a parody of Cena's. What does it say on the back? I know Cena says our time is now. Daniel Bryan's, instead of saying the champ is here, says the beard is here. But what does his back say? He's taking it off now. Right, I'm going to look it up. Daniel Bryan beard is here shirt. Yes, yes equals yes. Okay, right. That was worth googling. Held the world title, though, which is still worth something, right, Michael Cole? Right? I mean, I know it wasn't a main event tonight or anything, but... Right? The Lesnar Punk match that wasn't for any title was a main event, but the World Heavyweight title wasn't. So yeah, I guess maybe it doesn't matter that he's a former World Heavyweight Champion. Okay, here we go. Bell has rung. Cena's got a boo-boo on his elbow. Classic. Hey, this guy's a better wrestler moment. Then we're going to have some moments of Cena overpowering Daniel Bryan. Like, you have to start these matches this way, don't you? Technician versus power guy. It's like the law or something. Who do you think they're talking about, John? Silly goose. He can wrestle, for the record, but they're definitely not talking about Daniel Bryan. Ain't no one chanting you can't wrestle at Daniel Bryan. Like, come on. There you go. Daniel Bryan's like, let me teach you how to wrestle on SummerSlam, Cena. Go and have a word with the doctor. Oh. Doctor-patient confidentiality out the window, I guess. I was going to say, why shouldn't he, is a fair question when he's like a 11-time world champion at this point. Should feel confident in any match, right? I actually prefer the idea that John Cena goes into matches as the favorite than their insistence on making him the underdog in so many of his like feuds. When it's like you're not the underdog if you're like a 11-time world champion. You are the expected winner. Oof. Yeah, he did. Oof. The whiplash on his head as well. Oh, Cena gets to push the steps like he does. He loves doing that. Getting thrown into the steps and he, like, digs his shoulder in and then just gives it a massive shove with both hands. Trying to make it spectacular that they move Miles, but it'd be better if he just threw himself at them, I think. No, how Lesnar suplex Punk was strength. I'm not saying Cena ain't strong. Cena very strong boy. I know that, but that was actually quite a technical suplex. Like that's the difference when I was talking earlier in the watch along about the difference with how Lesnar was throwing Punk to a traditional suplex. That was more of a traditional suplex. Doesn't know the importance of having a badge on his shirt though. Could be anyone. Could be a Newcastle fan from the 50s. I'm guessing if you go back to the 50s, they didn't have any sponsorships. I just went back like further than I thought I needed to because I don't know when that came in as a thing. You can absolutely coach both of those things, my dude. Especially power. Busting out a power bomb. To heck with wrestling. And then did a power bomb. One of the better known wrestling moves in the entire world. I reckon if you went around non-wrestling fans asking them to name wrestling moves, I think pile driver and power bomb might be the top two. Maybe drop kick. The yes chance. Don't gloat, goat. Cena really just hands up block a clothesline. I think you can trust Daniel Bryan to hit a clothesline safely. You go away in the Ziggler shirt with your bald head in the background. No one's watching to see you, you goon. These fans that try and make it about them because they're on the hard cam in the front couple of rows. It's not about you. No one cares. Like, getting involved and, like, chanting along, yeah, fair enough. But then he was, before, when I was having a go at him, he was genuinely just trying to make us look at him, which I admit I was doing, and now I've directed your attention to him. But, point stands, stop it, you goon. And if you're ever in that position, don't do it. It just makes you look stupid. Was it? He already had him where he wanted him. Nope. Didn't push him right at all. Daniel Bryan didn't manage to rotate. Arr! Pirate John Cena just took that drop kick. Ooh. Yeah. What caught Cena? Because he's got a proper egg under his eye. Oh, no, it wouldn't have been that. Hit him on the wrong side for that, I think, as well. Kicked him on the right side, kind of hitting the shoulder slash face, didn't he? Not the left. I think. What do you reckon? Let me know in the comments. What gave Cena that shiner? No! What gave that away? You'd be silly not to, wouldn't you? I mean, what is disqualification worthy at the moment, King? Shut up. Shut up. Not a relevant comment at all. He's literally kicking him. That is legal. Here, let me teach you how to do an STF. Oh, that's actually a very disappointing STF. Still probably better than Cena's, but it's very much in the fashion of Cena's rather than like a proper technical one, isn't it? It's not Daniel Bryan knowing an STF, it's Daniel Bryan imitating Cena's STF. And that is two different things. Oh. This is pre-Suplex City. So this isn't giving Cena PTSD right now. Giving him Nam flashbacks. And he just put his head back in. He's like, my head's out, my head's in, my head's out, my head's in. Hey, I'll poke out of my head. Like a spider monkey. Spider monkeys known for their guillotine chokes, of course. Cena gets to show off his strength as usual. Isn't that technically a rope break? Pretty sure Cena just made it to the ropes. That's not very nice. So you'll know why you're painting, Michael Cole. Just being rude about people mid-match. No need, is there? Oh, and he kicks out. Oh, it's spicy now. I think the fans are into it. Boom. It's been another really good match. Both main events have really lived up to the billing. It's almost like you put really good wrestlers in your main event scene, and you'll get really good matches, and the crowd will really care about it, and it'll age well after 10 years. What a weird idea, eh? And Vince is like, no. No, no. You know what the people really want, though? Randy Orton Batista at WrestleMania 30. I think I found my thumbnail. I thought the Lesnar face was going to be the thumbnail, but I think that might be. Air goat. Kind of funny them referring to him as a goat, but not meaning the greatest of all time, just meaning an actual, like, he looks like the actual animal. Cena says, nope, none of that. None of that, laddie. None of that. Were they both dating their respective Bellas at this point? Were they, like, technically kind of brothers-in-law? Obviously not through actual marriage, although I'm not sure when Brian and Brie got married. Was that a thing at this point? And if so, follow-up question, is this the first time two people that were related main evented a pay-per-view? No, because Brett and Owen had their cage match. That was the main event of that SummerSlam, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Never mind. Thought process over. I've disproved it to myself. I'm fairly sure it's probably the first time brothers-in-law, although they weren't brothers-in-law by actual marriage. So yeah, it's not anything. Never mind. Ignore me. Just filling some space while they set up for this Avalanche AA spot. Stop flexing, no one cares. Yeah, just join in with the... Look at him looking straight at the hard cam, though. He's not even watching the match. He's like, hey, the hard cam catching me? See? Look at him! Goon. Oh! I forgot about that spot. And I'm glad I forgot about it. I wish I hadn't been reminded. It's really dangerous. I feel like that'd be a better submission because, like, yeah, how is he going to drag himself in that position? Why was the STF not always done this way? Wow. King went up a few octaves there, didn't he? Wish he'd done a I have till 5 moment in the main event of SummerSlam. That'd have been the time to bring it back. Daniel Bryan's just running in and he's like, you better be in position, Cena. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, fair call, JBL. There he is, checking if he's on the screen again. Hate that guy. Woo! Someone throwing up the X then in the front of the audience. It's a proper shiny bobs for Cena, that, innit? Oh, what a roundhouse kick. I don't think I've ever seen that executed worse. He didn't turn his hips at all. He just sort of, like, inside of the foot slapped him. The only person I can think of who also throws quite almost as bad a roundhouse kick is Moxley. But it's nowhere near as bad as Cena's, let's be honest. That was dreadful. And Moxley's has got better, to be fair. Still not great, but it's improved. Hate to spoil it for you, King, but he knows it's going to end. He was probably involved in the booking. All right, then. Go on, Brian. Listen to the crowd. No, it was a good idea. It was a good idea, but that was nigh on impossible to pull off. Oh God, sit down, you goon. Take your sunglasses off. You're inside. Egypt. It's my second least favorite person on the show behind Alberto Del Rio. Oh. This has been a really good match. I thoroughly enjoyed this as much as I expected to. And I believe this is the debut of this. Oh, that looked really good. Looked really snug, that one. Yeah, no one knew that was going to be the finish because I don't think Daniel Bryan had used that as a finish before. Because I remember being like, whoa, what? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean as a whistle. Not many beat John Cena clean as a whistle. Especially not in this era, like pre-Suplex City. Yeah, I knew Daniel Bryan won that, for the record. Like, I distinctly remember that being the first time he ever used the Psycho knee, or the running knee plus, or B plus, or whatever. I love how Cena tries to pretend like he's going to be a bit more edgy, and it's like, no, you're not. You're just going to smile, you're going to shake the guy's hand, you're going to raise his hand, and you're going to leave. You could have just let him celebrate if you wanted to be really humble, Jan. It's not that funny. Oh, historical. Okay. Celebrating this for a long time, aren't they? Without going off the air. The fans must have assumed they were off the air by now, right? Because this is dragging. Like, it's probably great in person, but it's dragging as a TV spectacle, right? Oh, look. That's why. Hmm. Yeah. Wait a minute. Here we go. If they hadn't have done the celebration for about 5.5 years, maybe we wouldn't have seen that coming. But I feel like that was sus, even live at the time. Do I get bonus prediction points for knowing this happens? Wow, Triple H understood immediately what a Money in the Bank briefcase being handed in meant, instead of looking at them really confused and having to be told 15 times. Incredible stuff. Yeah, do I get bonus prediction points for knowing that happens? Because I definitely remember that. And that's how that whole story begins. The one that culminates at WrestleMania 30. In case you didn't know. Slap him on his tum. Blow him a raspberry as well, Triple H. Alright, there we go. Now we're done. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, this watch along. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe if you're new here. Share with your friends if you think they would enjoy. But for now, all I have left to say is thank you very much for watching. As always, I've been EBEZA, you've been amazing, and I'll see you next time.